Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member, I'm grateful for the opportunity to testify before your committee today. Mr. Chairman, I'm especially grateful for your decades-long leadership on behalf of Kentucky hemp farmers. You and I started on this journey in 2012 and worked across the aisle to secure hemp's legalization in the bluegrass state. Indeed, hemp's policy success has always been a bipartisan hallmark, and it's no wonder. Hemp products are made in the USA, harvested from crops grown by American farmers, manufactured by innovative U.S. entrepreneurs, and sold by small businesses dotting the nation. Unfortunately, the U.S. hemp industry continues to encounter avoidable bureaucratic headwinds in the marketplace, and this turmoil is due in large part to statements, actions, and indecisions of the FDA. When Congress passed the 2018 Farm Bill, it explicitly legalized the sale of hemp and its derivatives such as CBD. But just a few hours after the Farm Bill was signed into law, the FDA reasserted its opinion that it was illegal to market CBD as a dietary supplement. We've watched in bewilderment as FDA has jerked back and forth with contradictory opinions. First, the agency affirmed its ability to regulate CBD under current law. But then FDA stalled, even ignoring congressional appropriations report directives to take expedited action. Finally, in 2023, the agency stated that it cannot regulate CBD under existing regulatory pathways, essentially punting responsibility to Congress. This regulatory uncertainty resulted in a collapse of the CBD market, as demonstrated on this chart behind me, denying economic opportunity that was promised to farmers. The FDA's inaction doesn't just threaten CBD. A new industry focused on the adult market has emerged to meet consumer demand for hemp-derived cannabinoids like Delta-8 and Delta-9 THC. These products provide plant-based options for adults seeking functional health and wellness benefits. Furthermore, a promising new hemp beverage industry has soared into popularity, meeting adult consumer demand for non-alcoholic options through domestic inputs from our farmers. The only upward line on this chart represents the price of hemp flower, which recovered when it started being widely used for adult products, offering a lifeline to U.S. farmers. Unfortunately, lack of uniform quality control standards for hemp products at the federal level has forced responsible farmers and small business owners to compete against unscrupulous actors who generate headlines by distributing poorly manufactured products that are sometimes inappropriately marketed to children. A political backlash has ensued. Language was added into the 2024 House Farm Bill that purported to crack down on the bad actors. Unfortunately, the language went much farther. It would have federally banned 90 to 95% of the hemp product marketplace, including most non-intoxicating CBD products and animal feed, which offers great promise to farmers, while undermining a decade of progress for hemp fiber production. I want to be very clear. The hemp industry is united behind an appropriate response to these challenges. Robust regulation of hemp products, not misguided prohibition. We support an approach that includes the following four pillars: restrict youth access, increase quality control standards, standardized labeling, and standardized packaging. FDA could act today on applying this four-pillar approach to hemp products. We are hopeful that new leadership at the FDA will reverse the past course of inaction and take deliberate steps to robustly regulate hemp. This approach is precisely in line with the new administration's focus on providing adult consumers the freedom to make their own health care choices with holistic solutions that are grown on American farms. If laws must be changed, we urge Congress to act now. There are two viable pathways. First, we hope we'll consider Senator Ron Wyden's effort in the last Congress, S-5243, that would ensure that the FDA regulates applying the four-pillar approach. A parallel effort could be to invest more authority in the states to properly regulate their own markets. In the absence of federal regulation, many states, like our Kentucky home, Mr. Chairman, have filled the policy void by developing new laws and regulations that balance market access with consumer safety. We urge you to implement a federal framework that authorizes the sale of hemp products and develops uniform standards for labeling, packaging, and testing, while allowing states flexibility on more complex issues. In the meantime, we've taken the additional step of establishing the U.S. Hemp Authority, the industry's self-regulating organization, which sets rigorous standards for safety, quality, and transparency across the supply chain. The hemp industry may be unique in that we are coming to Congress to ask, please regulate us. Thank you for your consideration.